No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from Smackdown Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
And welcome to Tuesday night Smackdown. My name is Adam Baum. I am the Jew that leads the crew around here. And I feel like that guy that pulled off one of those just crazy fantasy trades where I got Aaron Rodgers and I gave up Andy Dalton, or I got a top defense and I gave up the Cleveland Browns, or hell, I got a first-round pick and I gave up a sixth-round pick. Nothing makes sense. It's just, how did Raw take all of our trash? This is a quote from Medine, who's my guest host tonight. How did Raw take all of our trash, and we managed to get some of their treasures? That's my segue to intro you, maybe, Medine.
Good evening.
Wow, Mr. Personality there. Thanks. Juan saw Rob on the screen. He says that Monday night sucks now. No shit. Kevin got wifed, not hashtag Kevin got fired. That's why he's not here tonight. Joker's joining us. Stike Leather's here. Daniel Price, Anaconda Vice. I was talking shit to Teddy about how if he didn't act right, he wasn't going to get a sound effect, but here you go, Teddy.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
That's partially the way I feel tonight with the way this all shook up. This is a shakeup that just made us 100% better. I mean, we're going to get into the details, Medine, but first reaction.
My first reaction is Rob's throwing me off because he's frowning at you, so you're doing something wrong. Which, exactly. Now the phone is ringing, so you should possibly answer that.
All right.
I like the new ringtone, by the way.
Are you going to answer that?
Are you going to answer that? I don't have a... what do you mean?
It wasn't my decision. Rob took the mouse. I couldn't answer or not.
Whoa.
Berto's,
somebody called and you didn't answer.
Berto's
That's
here.
not good for the show.
Yeah, neither is you talking.
No, it is.
Berto's here. He says, Rob, Raw now has Jinder, Baron, and Roman, and still no belt. Laughing my ass off. Teddy says, turn the lights on, Adam. Rob, can you help me with that, please? I always forget. With the exception of Absolution and R-Truth,
damn, that shit's
SmackDown's
bright.
roster now gets an
Turn
A+.
on, like, one light.
That's from Stike.
We don't need
Yeah,
lights.
yada, yada, yada.
Chair
Anyway,
broke
let's
while
just
I
get
was
into
sitting
it.
in it.
What you need to make a good smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
Tonight's key ingredients. Number 1, Big Sack. Number 2, It Takes Two. Yeah, way to get your fucking cue there, Medine. Number 3, the Shake-Up Roundup.
I'm
And number 4, your wife had to save you. Let's get it started.
Rob's fault.
Number 1, Big Sack. So we're going to talk about all the participants of the main event. And Big Cass basically just getting into... We found out Miz isn't going to be there till next week because he's an A-lister and he doesn't want to debut with everybody else. That was a great promo, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more in a second. But Big Cass showing up, telling Daniel Bryan, you're what all the fuss is about, little man, or all the hype. And then he goes out and pretty much attacked Daniel Bryan.
He stood tall at the end of the show. I mean, that's why we should talk about it first, really.
Well, that's my thing.
He's standing over. He stepped over him after he gave him a big boot and stood there. I like his new. He's got a new gear. He's got a new look.
But this is easily the biggest push of his career.
Well, not yet.
In 5 seconds. No, I'm saying already.
Oh, just by putting him against Daniel Bryan, yeah.
Just having him stand tall over somebody like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
We're not talking like some mid-card level talent. He just stood over a guy who just returned, who was
fought the champ last week.
Right. And
Right.
and is, obviously expectation level is very, very high.
Well, I mean, it's a serious injury. A guy that tall, 7 foot, you got to see how he's going to maneuver because he does use big boots. He drops legs. He's somebody who uses his legs, obviously, but more so because of his height. You want to make sure that he is 100%. He looked like he was tonight, but all he did was throw one big boot. Let's see how he looks in the ring. Daniel Bryan might be the perfect guy for him to go up against.
But he made an impact is the thing.
Right, and Daniel Bryan might be the perfect guy for him to go against in order to take those bumps and make him look strong, to build him up, to get him to speed.
That's all you really need is a solid rivalry, and that is how you get built up. I really think, wow, Anaconda Vice is saying it. Smackdown Live, Adam, there is a God. The worst editions were Cass and Truth, so Berto's not a big fan. He says maybe Cass is better, but we'll never see our Truth. We're never going to see our Truth because he's going to show up on Wednesdays because that guy just doesn't know what it is. Daniel
great.
Price says, that's why I said it's a no-win. Vince wants to push the shit out of Cass, but why the fuck are you going to make Bryan the sacrificial lamb?
Well, why not? Why not? Not as a sacrificial lamb. He made him look strong by going over somebody who is revered by name, but his stature is small, so that by giving him that big boot, it made him look that much bigger.
Right. They could do a different spin on it, but at the end of the day, he's right. It's still David and Goliath.
Yes.
It's a tried and true formula that they've done in WWE forever.
Yeah, and it's great. And actually, it'll make Daniel Bryan look good, too.
Yeah.
Because he's coming back. Let's not forget. I mean, the dude just came back. So
yeah,
two
and
of them
Stike points out, he says, Cass never the best wrestler, but Bryan can maneuver Cass around in a match.
Yeah.
And if they do the booking where Cass gets intentionally DQ'd or something like that, then you don't really have to worry.
Those things will happen.
Because, yeah, exactly.
There'll
So
be different outcomes.
he doesn't, Bryan doesn't have to take the pin is my point.
But I look forward to this interaction. I think it'll be good for the both of them coming back off an injury.
Yeah, Double G Gaming says, Medine, don't worry. Every time indie star faces a big guy created by WWE, marks always think it's a burial of the indie guy.
No. I wasn't even implying that. I was just saying I like the dynamic of the David and Goliath, but I like the two of them coming back slowly from injury, being able to help each other out as the storyline progresses from here forward.
Right, and that's
all.
And that's where we're gonna go with this.
AJ and Shinsuke.
The shots to the nuts is the next part. Why I called it Big Sack. I wasn't necessarily just referring to Big Cass.
No, of course.
What is up with AJ?
No, what is up with Shinsuke? Just sneaking out.
His nuts just being a magnet for.
He was like the nut ninja tonight. He just came out of nowhere, like Orton with an RKO, but it was the NKO.
And we can't ask him because he doesn't speak English.
Apparently not. All of a sudden, like Renee, maybe she needs to simplify her questions.
Maybe speak very slowly. Just ignore it.
Okay, we can rap over it if you want. It's a cool little beat that goes to the ringtone.
Yeah.
See? But Shinsuke.
There you have it.
I don't want them to resort to no speaking English. I want them to continue to showcase that personality we saw for the last couple of weeks.
But one of the things that's great about Shinsuke is it's his face and everything like that he does when he's out. In front of people, listen. And
go ahead.
And he's out in front of people making those faces and selling that. That's what he's been doing with this no speak English gimmick. Is he's been making those faces to kind of sell it.
Did you see the way he was the faces he was making as he was walking away?
Yeah. Finally, our third co-host has joined us. Bob, what's going on?
Y'all need to get your shit fixed.
Why? What did we do?
You tell me to call in, and I call like after the 10th phone call. I was like, "Nope, done." Finally, Rob was like, "I'll just call you."
It only rang like twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
Seriously.
Anyway,
you know what? At the end of this, y'all are gonna realize it was something Adam did wrong.
Of course,
that should happen.
Yeah, I agree.
It wouldn't be a Smackdown without it.
So we're in the middle of talking
Rob,
about.
Real quick, can you tell me how amazing it was watching the sadness wash over him tonight?
Oh, it was probably like a late birthday present, maybe way, way, way early Christmas present. It was the most. Oh, it was you want to basically it was this, Bob.
He's an angry elf.
Times 10, and then multiply that by this.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this method.
That's how bad he took all of our trash. and we got some treasures in return. And even if
Do you realize he has every winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
and he's got 3MB.
Career killer battle royal.
And he's got 3MB, a career killing gimmick.
Oh no, we got Cesaro now. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, Double G Gaming on the board says, can we trade Kevin and Bob for Steve? They're trying to do a shakeup too. That's how we got Medine over here, and that's how Brian left, is because we did a shakeup.
Yeah, and at that time it was trash for treasure, and it still is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm a Cena. I just show up at whatever show I want to, man.
Yeah, you're a free agent. Doesn't matter where you're drafted.
No. Bob's one of those guys like The Rock or like freaking Jeff,
There you go.
who we saw tonight. You know, if you think of him, you think of Smackdown. You don't think of Bob being on Raw.
Well, anyway.
Number 2.
It takes two.
To make a thing go right?
That's so true tonight. We got the additions of the Club, the Bar, and Sanity to the tag team division of New Day, Usos, and who gives a shit about the champs, Bludgeon Brothers, with that group. Wow.
And Ascension's gone.
Ascension's gone. Breezango's gone.
Fandango's gone.
We got rid of the dead weight, and we replaced it with, oh, man.
Yeah.
We have a tag division.
A pillage.
We have a tag division. I would say outside of, I think this is basically Raw saying from now on, all our tag champs are going to be Frankenstein.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
there's no teams over there.
I just don't understand their logic unless they're trying to do something interesting.
Authors of Pain.
Authors of Pain. They just give the belt to them. Aren't they going to have some type of tournament, though?
No, Bob, since you pointed that out, did they take all the guys that they don't want the Authors of Pain to squash and move them to the other roster?
I think they just gave Authors of Pain nothing but fodder to destroy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see real quick on the board. Kashmir, Sanity with no Nikki Cross. That sucks bad. I'm kind of saddened by that. Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar enough with NXT. I've seen them a couple times at the Takeover, but
she is the best thing about Sanity.
Nikki Cross had, I believe it was a last man standing. It might have been Falls Count Anywhere
Eric Young
match against Asuka, and it was unreal.
I'm sure it was, but Eric Young is not a bad front man to have. So
no.
I think they'll be okay.
Like, she was the unpredictable chaos of the group.
Right.
Killian Dane leaving NXT, I thought he was the one who was going to get left behind, and it was going to be Nikki Cross and Wolf and Young.
Oh, I was hoping Wolf would get left behind. I think he's
Alexander Wolf?
I think he's just along for the ride. I think he's just along for the ride. Now, again, I say that because he has not really been featured, showcased, anything. I
would say he was the all-star of War Games.
Of taking bumps, maybe.
Dude, he was involved in every major spot.
Daniel Price said,
Anyway.
I know this is not Monday, but Daniel Price says, Authors of Pain are just going to wreck shit until Wyatt turns on Matt and causes them to drop the belts.
But hey, this isn't that tag. We're not talking about that tag division. We're talking about our tag division. We also have the Bar, who was the champs over there. They were a Frankenstein tag team.
Well, since you bring that up, it's a good segue, Medine. Now, have they played their hand? Obviously, Matt and Bray are going to win and not the Bar in Saudi Arabia.
Right, which is
Friday.
fine, whatever. Yeah. But they can come over, and who knew when they did that best of 7 bullshit that they were even going to last this? Now they're even lasting longer. Now they've got a gimmick, full on merchandise. They've got a little saying, their little half thumb. It's hip. I like it.
It's hip, okay.
Yeah, it's finally over.
It's finally.
Finally.
Just like hopefully you are with that thought.
Sorry.
Bang Bus, does WWE Creative just say,
Bang Bus?
fuck the Raw tag division?
Bang.
Yeah, Bang Bus GM joins us. I think he's still pining over the fact that Paige signed as a GM instead of with him. Basically, though, at the end of the day,
Bang Bus, you hiring for your show?
I have not been this excited for the tag division in I don't know how long, maybe back to TLC days. Now, I'm sure we're going to get some letdowns along the way, but the promise here of these 5 teams feuding means we might finally get a feud that does not involve the belts.
I hope so. And we also didn't mention something else.
Well, this is.
You want to talk about the belts?
Well, no. This was the. What do you mean?
Because the belts right now are kind of like they are away from the scene. Bludgeon Brothers can just kind of hold on to them and
right.
forget about them, and now everybody else can toil amongst one another.
Yeah, have contenderships or something to build that division. The other thing that I was going to segue to was AJ.
Yes.
Now has the club on the same show.
Right, on the same show. Will they utilize it?
Yeah, they only mildly teased it at the end here before the club got drafted to SmackDown with Finn and them.
They waited like forever to do it.
I really wanted Finn to go too.
Right. They really waited forever too for Finn and the club to even come together.
Since you brought that up, either one of you chime in on this. How awesome would it have been if that was Finn attacking Daniel Bryan instead of Big Cass?
Oh wow.
Oh, that'd have been game. That'd have been game. Rob would have just quit.
Yeah, the look on Rob's face if that had happened, and like Gallows and Anderson are right there at his side.
I mean, it would have been awesome too, because Balor could have been Shinsuke's partner as a heel.
Wait, no, even better. After they turn on Daniel Bryan, they all stare at AJ. Look like for a second they hold up, and then they all just gang up on him too. That would be
on AJ too.
That would have been the icing on the cake. Yeah, the club just.
I mean, just looking at what they have ahead of them. I cannot wait. Like Miz, I think is going to be in by moving him away from the IC belt. There's no reason to move him to the US belt.
Nope.
You got to move him to the world title picture.
Oh,
we talking about Miz now?
I think that Randy, AJ, Daniel Bryan, Shin, Miz, and possibly Big Cass, the way they're looking right here, those 6, and Jeff's going to lead a bunch of the new guys in the freaking, mid-card area. Yes, I know we're talking about tag teams, Medine. You don't have to whisper it. We're on a show.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
It doesn't matter.
You interrupted yourself.
Number
3, so I'm just going to read off the other names that we haven't mentioned. The biggest one, another one that just, the look on Rob's face was just so priceless for seeing Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega joining our show.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
We have hoped for this.
I don't think he does, actually.
For so long. Bob, are you not excited about Almas now? Because when I'm talking about a mid-card and my segue there, I think if they push him right in the mid-card, he's a future world champ.
Oh, no, he is. He is. He's 100% a future world champ.
Think about the rivalries, though, that he could have with the mid-card right now.
Dude, he could have rivalries with anyone.
What about Jeff Hardy, the current champ?
As long as they don't bring back that giant-ass feather, he can do whatever he wants.
And he's got his mouthpiece, which he does need. That was kind of the missing piece, I thought, for the full package. But I'm really excited for it. The next one.
Now, I'm not going to say NXT didn't have, once again, I think there were some people who got pulled out of NXT a little early on this,
I think it's shit or get off the pot time for a lot of people. And I think that's what Raw is all about now. Either you make it or you're going to get replaced. That's what it feels like over there. They're like, hey, Chad Gable and all this junk, go over there. I wanted to – Chad Gable's not bad. The rest of it is junk.
Not so murderous Benoit.
Yeah. The rest of them go over there and just do whatever. Anaconda Vice is saying, can you imagine Cien and AJ? That would be insane. And Cien Almas is a 5-star match waiting to happen from Cashmere.
You may not have to imagine it. That could happen within the next calendar year, depending on how they push it.
I think Gable got – sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
Yeah. Shelton Benjamin tried to cut a promo tonight. It was okay. He looked rough. Now this is where we're going to talk about the women because the rest of this is mainly women. I want to first kick off with Asuka. Wasn't she pretty much gone from – I'm confused by that. I don't think she should count.
I don't think she should count either. We could all assume that when she announced she was fighting for the SmackDown Women's Championship, that she was going to be on SmackDown one way or another.
Right.
Yeah.
We were led to believe that you're on SmackDown.
I'm not even led to believe. That's just common sense. Okay, yeah, you're challenging for the SmackDown Women's title. Yeah, you win or lose, you're staying on the show.
But to rub it in Rob again, we got the top female.
Oh, yeah. That
is
too.
on our show.
Her too.
To go with the second one, argue
Yeah,
with
the
either
top
one.
two.
we have the
correct.
two best. Yeah, the two best female wrestlers.
Unbelievable.
But this goes to your point, Adam, where you always say, "Hey, build a division underneath the belt. You can keep Carmella with the belt, Prancer moonwalking and trash talking, and let Charlotte and Asuka lead a division."
There you go. I think
they-
the recipe of
and
SmackDown
we
is
got
so
rid of
much
Natty.
better. Yeah, you got rid of Natty.
Right, you got rid of Natty to
You
get
dumped
Asuka
the Riot Squad,
and the Riot Squad. You got a Absolution.
which
With
Absolution at least is reuniting with Paige.
Paige,
That
right.
could play something,
It has to.
favoritism.
Absolutely, it has to almost right away.
But I haven't talked about the women in a long time because this is kind
There's
of
been
exciting
nothing
to
to
me.
talking about.
Because I feel like this is the recipe. The SmackDown roster is the recipe for success, and the Raw roster is what was left over.
Well,
I mean, some guys I feel bad for now.
I honestly feel bad if they've taken too much talent from Raw but not enough time to showcase them on television, because you want to give everybody
They're going to
some
give
TV
Baron
time,
a big push.
you know?
They're going to maybe finally do something with Elias and Braun in a
Well,
positive
what are you
direction.
talking about? Today's Tuesday, not Monday.
You brought it up.
No, I'm talking about
Check
Tuesday.
the tape, motherfucker. You're the
I
one who
just said
started
2
talking.
hours. I just said 2 hour show. We're talking about Tuesday nights. I don't talk about.
I'm
When
not,
do I
I'm
ever
not
talk
our
about?
truth. I'm
when
not
do I ever
confused.
talk? Apparently you are, because when do I ever talk about the other night? I don't talk about it.
I just want to put you out of your
That's
misery.
for you
Or the audience.
yourself.
In any event, the rest of the women's division, you get Iconic is now there. Obviously, Charlotte and Becky had to happen there. That division again, minus Alexa and the women can still be comparable to the other side, but again, we have the top two, so another division that SmackDown is clearly winning.
More than the top two. Go ahead, Bob.
And the Iconics.
I love them. Medine says
I'm
he
not
thinks
there.
they're
I love
gonna.
the new name.
They're
I
gonna
love
have
the
to
new
grow.
name.
They're gonna have to grow on me. I'm not sure about them yet, Bob.
I'm telling you, Medine,
Okay.
they're gonna grow
All
on
right,
you.
so you haven't watched much
No,
NXT.
no.
Here's what's cool about them is that so they get put in a fatal 4-way match. They really they fight for one to win. They don't care which one has the title as long as one of them does. So you have this two-headed monster.
Like lay cool, but to the
But
extreme.
no, but Lay Cool,
No,
it
to the
matters
extreme.
which one
though.
had the title.
Right. To the extreme though. To that degree.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
I think they should just start naming it the Monday Night Titanic, because that thing, I don't know.
I'm glad that they brought Becky into the foray in order to tag with Charlotte, because it seems like for 2 or 3 months in between the
That's
Asuka
it. That's as
feud-
bad as the Sasha Bailey stuff.
No,
I'm over it. It happens too much.
What are you talking about?
These two should be rivals, and they're constantly
What
coming
I'm
out
talking
to help
about-
each other. Becky and Charlotte, exactly.
What I was talking about was Charlotte
Why
getting
do they have
jumped
to?
for the last 3 months. Like you're jumping all over my sentence right now.
Well, no, because Becky has come out the last 3 fucking months. So is Naomi.
Well, that's who else is gonna come out.
Oh my God.
Asuka,
The last one.
Guys, why are we fighting?
because of Adam.
SmackDown just got so easy to do every week.
No, there's not gonna be enough time to talk.
what we're yelling about!
Basically, we've got all these great guys and that perfect 10 idiot.
Oh, he's still there too.
I think they teased, and this is where I'll mention our truth. I think they teased a tag team with them.
Can our truth just get AIDS of the face and just go away?
That's terrible.
Just fucking,
He's
just
not.
cancer of the thumb.
That is
Just
so
fucking
mean.
go away.
It's just terrible.
That is so mean.
I'm not wishing like prostate cancer. That's
That's
fucked up.
enough.
I'm saying like fuck, dude, my thumbnail has cancer. I can't wrestle anymore.
What?
Like I just want that.
He's got to make a living.
all right, man. Anyway, we're going to move on from that hateful statement. And
Erase that from the
yeah.
tape.
Dude, he's
let's
just
talk
too
about
much. It's too much,
Let's talk
Bob.
about something positive with the
he's
last
the new
one
Santino.
which I didn't mention. Of course, we've talked about the Miz earlier, but we also got Samoa Joe.
So wait, we're gonna have to go
Samoa
back to-
Joe
okay.
is potentially claiming that he's gonna win the IC title in the Fatal 4-Way next Friday at Saudi Arabia. that Roman, should he win the Universal, he'll then lose it to him at Backlash, and he's bringing the Universal title and the IC title to SmackDown. I love
I don't
Joe.
think either of those things are going to happen.
I love Joe, yes. I don't think either of those things are going to happen, and it makes him look weak to be saying that.
No, it does not. I disagree. Because he's just that believable sometimes. And tonight, it was his first promo on SmackDown. And this was his presentation to everyone. This is who he is.
It started off fire. His pop test. It came out like a pop test. He went, now you can see Joe versus Daniel Bryan. Now you can see Joe versus Randy Orton.
Right.
Now you can see Joe versus AJ Styles.
Right.
I mean, it came out hot.
Right. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, salivating. You
Yeah,
want to see all those.
The board is asking where the shit in the middle is, a.k.a. the Millennial Falcon.
What?
You don't remember we called him the shit in the middle last week? Apparently the board's taken to it.
I don't know. I don't know who that guy is.
All right.
He's on the Mud Report, maybe.
Hey, here.
4.
Number 4, your wife had to save you.
Smackdown presents.
That was an awful gimmick. I mean, awful bit tonight.
And glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
We may have lost the glorious one, Bobby Roode, but we gained so much more, and we got rid of so much trash.
Oh, yeah, we're keeping that, too. We're not changing the good, bad, glorious.
No. Speaking of which, the awards are good, bad, glorious, creative fail, and LOL. Man, just a preview. I'm not going to give it to him, but if anybody deserves the creative fail, it should be the Raw roster. Let's get it started with the good. The good for you, Medine.
Oh, the good? We didn't even talk about the good.
Well, that's what this
Jeff
is for.
Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Coming back.
Bringing a title with him.
And it was a good match between him and Benjamin, circa 2009, but a little slower. It was still a good match.
Thank you for a good segue. Bob, before you give your good award, last night we were chatting, and we were like, oh, Ginger's on. That means we're getting Seth Rollins. And Bob goes, or Jeff gets drafted tomorrow night. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
And that happened. Bob?
Joe.
That's your good.
Yeah, that's he's one of my all-time favorites.
Joe.
How could you not get a coin for that? That was a really loud coin. There, that's better. That's too low. I'll find my happy middle.
Did he say Jeff or Joe?
He said Joe.
Oh, he said Joe.
Yeah. My good is the tag division. We have one. It's pretty fucking amazing. Let's see what the board says. The board says good, no Kevin. Yeah, we didn't have to hear him whine about losing Jinder. That is a really good thing. Also good, Andrade and Vega for Stike Leather. Good, Jeff Hardy becoming the U.S. champ last night and putting it on the show tonight. That's from Kashmir. I don't know if something's wrong with Twitch or something. They've been oddly silent tonight.
They're not itching?
They're not itching to Twitch. I don't know. Let's move on. Too bad. I'm going to go bad real quick. It was tough to pick one, so I got really nitpicky with my bad here tonight. Samoa Joe, in his whole promo, up until the end, just kind of overlooked the fact that the audience really doesn't know that he's part of a 4-way in Saudi Arabia for the IC title. And it was just kind of brushed under the rug as part of his Roman rant promo. And that to me was again, nitpicky, but what I found bad. What do you have, Medine?
Mine is nitpicky because I wanted to see it happen. No RKO for anybody? No Jeff? No Shelton?
The board was saying it earlier. Your boy kind of looked like a puss tonight.
Yeah, he came out, and Jeff was just like, oh, excuse me. Play my music instead. I'm going to run past you.
And switch out the U.S. for the IC title, but Shelton Benjamin, Randy Orton, and Jeff Hardy out there felt like 2003.
That's what I said in the last, exactly. Maybe not that far ago. But yeah.
Anyway, late good. Daniel Price, Eric Young's going to be on a much bigger stage now. Good job for him. Bob, what's your bad?
They tried to name that little spinning flip kick that Hardy does and incorporate his name in it. It was so bad I've already blocked it out. But yeah, they the unnecessary naming of a move tonight.
I missed it entirely.
Yeah, I missed it. What they call it?
He forgot.
Like I said, it was so
tell us.
bad that I've
No,
already
he
blocked it out.
really
But it was,
forgot.
I
knows it.
I'll try and remember it.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it was bad.
Come on, give it.
Bang Bus says his good late is Corbin and Jinder. We lost them. That's fucking awesome. Bad for
It's awesome.
Anaconda Vice. Bad was the cut from Mella's joint with Charlotte to a beatdown to a commercial break to a match. What the fuck? Yeah, when they're both singing in that stupid commercial and then they're back fighting. That was kind of weird. That whole commercial's weird. Bad Naomi crying because her hubby got his ass kicked. That's for Teddy. Bad the constant back and forth between Brian and Corey about Carmella's cash-in, or Byron. Charlotte and Aussie Brat match. So awkward, and the timing was noticeably off. That was bad. Billy Kay is not the best worker of the two. Let's just say that. Bad Sanity. Kashmir says Sanity, yes, but no Nikki Cross. The SmackDown women's division could have been even better than it already is with her. I agree with that. Nikki Cross, that's a good bad. Don't you agree, Bob? You know more than Medine about her.
Nikki Cross would have been. It would have tipped it over. I mean, because now Asuka isn't impervious. You could actually had Nikki Cross being a legit danger to everyone.
Yep. And the Sanity gimmick that she plays at the women's division level works.
Oh,
it works.
So good.
Yeah, it plays. Medine.
She's like this little she-goblin pit bull that's always on a chain.
Kiara's hype. Rob is in the dumps. What do you got over there, Medine, for your glorious?
The 7 new additions.
Seven?
The Magnificent. I think there were 7.
7. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
8,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
what the
17.
fuck? You have 17 new people on
I have
SmackDown?
17 new people.
Yeah.
I'm counting Asuka in
Well,
that
19 went over to Raw.
Okay.
group. I only have 18
I wasn't counting like you guys.
to Raw.
Apparently.
Anyway,
Did you count Mojo?
yeah. So we have
Yeah,
Monday
no,
Night
I wasn't
Rollins
counting
and
all
Monday
the
Night
scrum.
Raleigh.
I wasn't counting all the scrum down there.
Yeah.
Just the major.
What's your
players.
glorious? You said?
All the new additions, basically.
Oh, all the new additions.
Yeah.
So you're taking them all. You dick. What do you got, Bob? What's your glorious?
Man, I love Sanity. I'm excited to see what they do on the main roster. And Eric Young is an amazing talent.
He's a treasure.
Yeah. Whatever he's involved in, I'm excited about.
Yeah, technically, I guess Sanity and Almas and Vega would be call-ups, not shake-ups, but still.
Yeah.
My glorious, Rob's face as he saw the new SmackDown Live roster get rounded out. It was priceless.
Can you make that like the you know how you always make a title card
for anybody that
Facebook and all that?
Yeah, for
that
anybody
needs to be on that.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't follow us on Facebook, go there. I'm going to post that picture immediately after the show goes off air tonight, just so you can enjoy that face.
It's so great.
Glorious for Stike Leather. He says, Samoa fucking Joe. Joe versus AJ. Joe versus Brian. Take my money. I don't care. Anaconda Vice. Glorious was the show. Glorious. Cien Almas to SmackDown. Enough said for Kashmir. Sanity to SmackDown. Teddy says, Glorious the day they officially dropped the ball on Asuka and Minoru Suzuki comes to slap Vince. I don't know who that is. Bad for 1,300 and what the fuck? 13,200 over on Twitch. Bad we lost Mike Canales. No, that wasn't. That was all of that was good. Here's what I say
So
to
did Maria and did they split those two up?
Well, Maria's just given birth or about to pop, one or the other. So for all of those that SmackDown Live lost to Raw, I have one final word for you. Enjoy, Rob.
He's an angry elf.
We got 2 awards left. We got the Creative Fail and we got the LOL Award. I'm going to go outside the box on my Creative Fail because I don't think there was too much tonight yet. Lots of build. So my Creative Fail is the inevitable 6-women tag match next week with Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky teaming against Iconics and Carmella. Book it. It's going to happen just to piss me off so that I gave them a topic this week and they're not going to get one next week. And Daniel Price says Brian's going to be annoyed. Give Adam a lecture on Suzuki. Maybe I'll look it up. Maybe I won't. I probably won't. Just spoiler alert. Medine, creative fail.
My creative fail, nice segue, because it was putting Big Kaz's moment backstage right before Carmella coming out. The two of them working together might be a little awkward.
I don't think that they filmed that right at Gorilla.
Maybe not. I'm just saying the way that it happened on TV.
Yeah, sorry, I don't like it.
I don't care.
Creative fail for you, Bob.
Bob?
The perfect truth.
The perfect
You
truth.
know that's what they're going to fucking call it.
The perfect truth.
Ah, nice.
They're not going to call it R10, so he's probably right.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I hate them. I hate them both.
Creative fail, Daniel Price. He says, Naomi, you build Bludgeon Brothers as soulless beasts, but they back down over a crying woman. And Naomi doing a horrible impersonation of Elizabeth, the way she used to try and save Savage. And I agree. Why would the Bludgeon Brothers? I was hoping they destroy her and she's out for a while. But how can we think that the Usos are going to beat them the way this has been programmed? Raw is a creative fail. That's Anaconda Vice. Bob is on the other line. I'm just going to mute his ass out, whatever he's doing in the background.
Sorry.
Creative
Sorry.
fail, Harper and Jay. That's for Stike. That was the one part. Naomi, Harper, Jay, that whole thing was really bad. Nobody else is chiming in, so we're going to move on to the last award. It's the LOL. Mine is R-Truth. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. What do you got over there, Medine?
Aiden English is so over. We didn't talk about him in the beginning of the show. Man, he's killing it almost every weekend. It's getting overlooked, unfortunately.
He got a tag match with AJ and Daniel Bryan.
I was just about to say they did get a tag match at the end of the night, so it isn't getting overlooked, but I just want to see maybe a few more W's for them.
Here's the other thing. If you see that match on paper, who do you obviously think is going to take the pin out of the four?
Oh, of course we know who, but I'm just saying.
So he got to be in that match and didn't have to take a pin for it. I don't see it as too bad a thing. What do you have, Bob? What's your LOL?
Nakamura still saying no speak English thing.
Thank you.
It makes me laugh every time.
But why the nut shots, Bob?
Dude, because it's so vicious. It is.
Tonight
the
it looked like he
PG era
grabbed.
Chair shot to the head.
Tonight it looked like he grabbed.
I thought tonight was the best one, honestly.
Dude, it's just so. Like the fact that the arm just lingers there for a minute, like, yeah, I hit you. Like it's so unnecessary.
It's so bad. It's bad. There's nothing else to say about it, so we're moving on. iTunes, late LOL. Knowing if free agent John Cena comes to SmackDown, there are going to be good brothers to beat him up with style. Oh, they might bring that back.
No, that's already happened. We don't want to see that.
Yeah, it is. We don't want to see that again. It's time for the Mud Report. Medine has combed his new phone.
Not really.
He's
still trying to figure this stuff. Trying to use his old phone to make the new one work. I don't know how this
What kind of phone did you get?
It's a new Galaxy.
No, don't promote that. They didn't give us any money.
Oh, dude, did you get the?
No,
the,
not
the
a brand.
9
No,
Plus?
no. Of course not. I wouldn't do something.
Go
like
with
that.
the Mud Report.
I got like a $50 freaking.
No money,
Galaxy.
no mention.
I got the 9 Plus.
Yeah, don't do shit like
Jesus, can we talk
I
about
love that
something
thing.
important?
that. Exactly. I don't know. I don't.
All right, what's your mud? This is the Mud Report.
Oh.
That's your segment.
Okay.
What do you got?
As you noticed tonight, it is just Adam and I, and then Bob joined in later on. But lately, we've been joined here by one Millennial Falcon. Reports are that the whip was cracked, and therefore he had to go back home with his tail between his legs, back to the board where he belongs. He overstayed his welcome on the road to WrestleMania.
Well,
The road rules dictated that he got kicked off before we got off the
my
exit.
thing is, you were sick one week and missed a show.
And then all of a sudden he comes back, and every show he's like, "Oh, you made it! You're back again!" Like,
Yeah,
what,
you need to
excuse
make
me?
sure you give him hell for that next week.
Excuse me. So now, so you know what? So guess what? Adam and I have decided that we're gonna trade Kevin to Monday Night Rawsome for Adam. So Adam's going to be back on Smackdown. But
Wait.
Adam's already on Smackdown. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade Kevin for future considerations.
Yeah, I think that bit played better in your head than the execution.
That doesn't matter.
All right,
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know either.
We're trading Kevin for future considerations.
Do you have anything for the Mud Report?
Kevin is to report to Monday Night Rawsome on Monday.
Oh, so that's a no.
Was that the Mud Report?
Apparently.
I got 3 jobs. Hey, I got 3 jobs.
I got kids.
One of them ain't the Mud Report. I'll tell you that because it doesn't pay.
So this is the most must-play game in MOWP history. It is this day in wrestling history. Here is your often off-key host, maybe Medine.
'Tis I. You know who I am. You know what this game is. Who won? Who beat who? Chris Benoit or Edge?
Chris.
Benoit.
I'm going to go with Edge just to be different.
We'll let the board catch up.
Yeah, we can let the board catch up.
Oh, fuck the board.
We kind of there you go again. Thought we were past that.
Yeah,
I haven't missed
thought
him.
we were too.
I haven't missed him at all. Miss you guys. Don't miss the board.
Mecca Meech. Oh, Mika Meech. We haven't seen you in a while. CB, he says Chris Benoit. Teddy says Benoit. Cashmere says Edge. What is it?
Everybody gets buzzed. It's a no contest.
So you're just
Trolling everyone on my game.
You're such a dick.
that's
All right.
stupid.
Haha. Buzz everyone.
I'm buzzing you. That
You can
buzz
buzz
is
me
for
too.
you.
You can buzz me too. All right.
Hey,
But
Adam.
By the way,
both of us
by the
win.
way, Stike Leather put no contest on the board, so you didn't fool everybody.
Good. I'm glad somebody got
He
it.
gets a coin.
Good for you, Stike Leather. You probably looked it up. How long did it take? Closest without going over.
How long did it take?
Before it was declared no contest?
Yes. Go ahead, Bob.
5 minutes.
I'm gonna say 7 minutes, 4 seconds.
Okay.
Teddy said 4:20, of course. The rest of the board hasn't caught up, so this is where do we wait for them or do you move on?
No, we don't.
No.
We don't.
18 minutes, Mika Meech. What do you got?
Close without going over is Teddy. 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
So Teddy, who guesses 4:20 every week, finally got a bone for it. It's like that one answer where every time they give it and he doesn't get it the time it is. 6 minutes for Stike, 12 for Cashmere, and a fuck you, Bob, for Teddy. What do you got next, Medine?
All right. This took place in the tri-state area. Was it at Madison Square Garden? Was it at the Nassau Coliseum? Or was it at Hartford, Connecticut?
Bob, you want to take this?
I went first last time, fucker.
All right, I'm going to say MSG.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you on that one.
8 minutes, 5 seconds for 13,200 over on Twitch. He says Madison Square Garden as well. Hartford for Teddy. Medine delayed too much on Hartford, like he was trying to think of another fake answer.
I didn't prepare this game. I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I'm doing this on the fly as we speak.
Cashmere also says Hartford. Yeah, so he's making up bad guesses. That's why I think Hartford's the wrong one. What is the right one, Medine?
I gave everybody a bone. It's Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden. Hartford on the delay. What else you got that you didn't prepare for?
We got a bonus question.
You're fired.
Oh, I queued that up too early.
How many people attended Closest Without Going Over?
What the fuck? Madison Square Garden. We got
I
it.
think it's 18,000 about,
I'm going to say
give or take a few thousand.
13.5.
All right.
I'm going to go 13-5-1.
All right, Price is Right style for Bob. Late MSG for Stike. He got it right. Bonus question. Teddy says 420 people.
There you go.
I don't think that's going to be right. What's the answer, Medine?
I'm going 17,250 58 people. Bob, closest without going over.
Almost a sellout. We got 15,000 guesses for Stike and Kashmir. So they went over me.
That's a lot of people for a Monday Night Raw.
And 5.2 thousand for 13,200. He should have guessed 13,200. That's his name. It would have been better that he guessed that.
Indeed.
That would have been funny. Is
final,
that it?
No, the final question.
Wait, how can you have a bonus question before the final question?
Because that's how I roll.
Are you kidding me?
This Monday Night...
Not finished with you!
Thank you, Braun. Tell him. This Monday Night Raw took place in what year? Was it 2005, 2006, or neither?
Stupid idiot.
Bob, your turn to go first.
I'm going to go neither.
I'm going to go... Wasn't Benoit dead in 06? I'm going to go neither. Medine?
The board?
2005 for Teddy. He says he can't wait for Friday. It's 420.
It is.
It's Hitler's birthday.
Go ahead and give him the star, not Hitler.
Wow, bad timing. You're just horrible.
That was a good one, actually.
You're
the
horrible.
Star, Hitler.
05 for Stike Leather and Cashmere.
Yeah.
Give
it's a Holocaust joke.
It was an unintentional Holocaust joke. Anyway, yes, give everyone a coin because it's 2005. Buzz yourself, by the way.
Yeah, whatever. You know what we get for all this?
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And 13,200 wants to correct me saying Benoit passed in 07. Okay. I didn't know that.
That's true.
It's been a while. Not a Stain song.
And that concludes this week's edition of This Week in Pro Wrestling History.
I already played the outro.
Well, maybe I'll
anyway,
have it ready next week.
Some dumb shit that not I thought of that I wanted to remind you all of. Jeff Hardy has become a Grand Slam champion. He is now the third wrestler in the last month and the 20th overall. Can we just say that
Do you realize we've had this crop of wrestlers around so long that we're just starting to have Grand Slam champions just all over the place?
Bob, do you realize I had to explain to Rob why Grand Slam meant 4 titles?
Nuh-uh.
I'm not joking. Go back and check the tape. It was a pretty funny moment. Me and Brian just looked at each other like, well, how do I explain this? Because he was like, well, why can't they just win 3? And I'm like, that's not
a Triple Crown, you fucking moron.
Right. And I'm like, when you win 4 golf tournaments, they're all called the Grand Slam. When you win 4 tennis tournaments, they're all called the Grand Slam. Like
when you hit a bases loaded home run, it's a Grand Slam.
I
4
don't know
RBIs.
I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's always 4. It's 4 RBIs. It's 4 bases. It's 4 majors. It's 4 championships. What do you want?
Grand Slam is always 4. When you hit a Grand Slam in baseball, you touch all 4 bases.
Yeah. DP, his son's birthday is Friday. He says, why must you bring up that my son shares a birthday with Hitler? And he then says, Jew just had to bring it up, didn't you? Yes, I did.
Didn't you?
No, Jeff Hardy is a
Didn't
double Grand
you?
Slam, is what Stike Leather says. He also won the World Heavyweight, Light Heavyweight, or Lightweight, European, and Hardcore.
He's like a 7.
Wait,
he has 7 belts.
Universal is probably the only title he hasn't
He's
won.
actually the only guy who has won all of those belts that Stike Leather just mentioned. He's the only guy who's done all of that.
The only thing he's missing is
Not
the
even-
Universal, which is relatively new.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Well, do
pretty
you know
impressive.
who holds the impossible Triple Crown?
No.
The only person, there's only one person who's ever held the WCW, the ECW, and a WWE world title.
Rob Van Dam?
Nope.
I'm trying to think. Wait, who would have
Missed
held
the
up?
WCW.
Yeah, that's true.
Shane Douglas?
No. No, that's a good
Missed
trivia
2 of those.
Yeah. Mika Meach and Stike both point out it's the Big Show.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he won the ECW title, and
Yeah, but it's the only. Well, yeah, he held it was the WWE ECW, but it's the only. I mean, it is the closest anybody has ever come.
yeah. So Jeff Hardy is a Grand Slam champ in the old format, and now he's also a Grand Slam champ in the new. So
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, bastardized ECW doesn't count, Daniel Price says. So I agree with him. Oh, wait, Kevin's not here. Why am I playing that? Any event, I'm really, really excited. My final thought, again, I'm going to quote Medine. You take our trash Monday night, we will enjoy your treasures. That sums it up. The trades.
Do you realize that the only complaint we're allowed to have is we didn't get Finn or Rollins?
Well,
Yeah.
That's it.
or Braun or Elias. Quite honestly, those are the only 4 that are over there now worth a fuck.
I would have taken Finn and Strowman, both.
I would have taken all 4 of those guys.
Who would have you traded for Finn and Strowman? Let's say you had to give up one of the people you got tonight.
I would give up Ty Dillinger. Oh, one that I got tonight.
Somebody you got tonight.
R-Truth.
Oh,
R-Truth.
R-Truth.
No. On the same level.
I would give up Big Cass.
Yeah.
I would give that up.
Big Cass and Samoa Joe, or just Big Cass?
Just Big Cass.
I would have given up Samoa Joe.
What about Cien Almas and Big Cass for Finn and Elias?
I'm really excited about Almas.
Ooh, I think Almas is one of those guys that
I'm really excited
we're
about
really
Almas.
going to be talking about in about a year.
Like, and I'm happy we didn't get AOP and got Sanity. Like, I'm happy we got Iconics and not Ember. I'm happy about everything. It's really, really.
Really? He
didn't seem that happy.
Iconics
right?
over Ember?
Yes. Ember after Asuka left kind of fizzled to me. You can criticize Bob and fairly so her opponent and the rivalries that she was potentially able to create with said opponents, but she really, I mean, the Ember went out, if you will, to make a pun, after Asuka left.
I think it went out because we all knew it wasn't going to happen.
Stike Leather, call in. He says he's coming to replace Kevin as part of our shakeup. But his final thought is, please, creative, don't screw it up. That I'm really happy right now, Stike. And I can't help but think that could happen. Mika Meech, Almas is a modern-day Guerrero. That's what we've been saying, but I honestly think that he could possibly get to Eddie level quicker than Eddie did.
Well, let's give him time before we heap upon all this praise.
Dude, the one thing he was missing down in NXT was a mouthpiece. He got it in Zelina Vega, and
dude, before her, he was almost a bust.
Yep, he didn't have any victories. He became out of nowhere the NXT champion, and is now
a giant ass flower. I mean, a feather.
I mean, who's to
Will you
say
stop
that
with
this,
the feather?
Who's to say this isn't just Rusev all over again?
Well, who's to say, anything like that? I mean, that's what we're saying right now. The sky is the limit. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I really like Stike Leather's final comment there. And yes, you can come to replace Kevin, call in, whatever. You're not far away. Drive up here. Join us in the studio.
Me and I really hoped it was going to show up either last night or tonight.
Daniel Price says it's a 2.5 hour drive. He'll drive here, do a run in, hit Kevin with a chair, and then drive back. Final thought. I think Daniel Price would agree with me, but WWE dropped the ball with not sticking it with Io Shirai. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. If she was in the WWE today, she would easily be the best woman in the company. And Bang Bus says, I wouldn't trade Elias for Almas. That's just me. I agree with you, Bang Bus.
Yeah.
Not much I would agree with you, but I agree with you. Send us some money. We're promoting you.
How you not? Yeah, how you not?
It's his name. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Never mind.
What's your final thought, Medine?
Mine is Kevin, future considerations.
You're sticking with it.
Yeah, what do you mean? We decided it. It's
Killing me, Small.
You're killing me by not, I mean, I understand you don't want to break this news to him with him not present, but he decided that he didn't want to be here. So you know what?
I decided long ago.
I'm not finished with you.
I'm not finished with Kevin.
Well, we're finished with Kevin.
No, I need someone dumb to play off. You've gotten too smart lately.
No.
You like my backhanded compliment?
No, this is good. This is good for the show.
You know what's great? What's great for the show that we didn't get?
Roman Reigns.
Don't jinx us.
No, it's not going to happen.
The guy might come.
Bang Bus says we should make our first T-shirt. Kevin for future considerations. Make that a shirt. So he's the only one.
No. Let's not give the guy a shirt now. He's going to be making part of the merch.
The first shirt that comes out of this show is that booty now.
I don't know about that one either.
Let
That's
me.
probably already taken.
You mean this one
The booty doll.
Yup.
or this one?
That man's booty doll.
My booty doll.
Hey, everybody. Rob wins.
Not anymore. That's for damn sure. That will never get said again. Hey Rob, Rossum sucks. At least your roster does. Now here's the one takeaway for us. Who are we gonna shit on? Baron's gone. Jinder's gone. Natty's gone. The shitty tag division with Ascension and Beta and all that is gone.
R-Truth.
Honestly,
It's R-Truth.
you'll look at guys like Shelton Benjamin. You'll look at guys like even Randy. You'll look at guys.
I think Shelton
Shelton
and Jeff
Truth.
are going to be the veterans in the
That's what
mid-card
I'm saying.
division.
They're going to have to take some L's to start putting over this talent because these new guys, you don't want them to just come in and make a splash in the beginning and then never get over.
Would the word fizzle come to mind?
It's R-Truth and Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, R-Truth, Ty Dillinger, and Primo is what Bang Bus says, so he's right there with you.
Primo.
I forgot it. Primo and Epico.
I mean, Samoa Joe's on the show.
Joe's
Joe
on the
is
show.
on the show. Joe is on the show.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel Price says we should shit on Orton all we want. That's your boy.
I mean, this is my boy, but I want to see.
He phones it in.
I want to see him not all the time.
Not
Just
all the
sometimes.
time.
Just like
If-
me.
if-
Just like me.
Oh, just like
Sometimes-
you.
Yeah, you know, I phone it in sometimes, like this week.
Oh.
You disrespectful, stupid idiot.
I phoned it in because I have a new phone. I joined the 20th
So
century.
that's a pun.
I joined the 20th century.
Ninja, please.
Anyway, that's our show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be here next time. Tune in Monday night. It's a terrible roster, but our show is going to be great. Probably shitting on it.
Hey, Kevin will be there, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, Kevin.
It'll be Rob, Kevin, and Brian.
Maybe Kevin had to go because he's so heartbroken he had to follow Jinder.
Yes, I mean that's where he's going. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Brian, report to Monday Night Rawsome with Brian and Rob
We want
on
Brian.
Monday. No. We've already traded you for Kevin. I thought I made that clear earlier.
Yes, and nobody cared then.
Well, I'm telling you now, Kevin. Next week.
All right,
go to
make
Raw.
sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
Please, listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smackdown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.